Hello, everybody, and welcome to Geek Addicts, the pop culture podcast, where suddenly we're in ancient Egypt and this strange man shows up that can shove objects into his chest. I'm Bill, and this is Matt. How you doing, Matt?
True story. I'm doing all right. How are you, Bill?
Uh, I'm tired. This was a. You ever have like one of those mornings where you just wake up and you're just violently ill for no reason, and that just goes away?
Not in a long time. No, it's been a while.
Yeah, I had one yesterday.
Usually if I'm gonna be like sick like that, it happens like in the evening.
No, it happened to me yesterday, and I was like, we went out to our mom was up, and we went up to a breakfast, and then I get there, and all of a sudden I'm just like, I don't feel good. And it was just like bad.
Yeah.
It went away. So I had my breakfast for lunch.
There you go.
Yeah, no, that was unfortunate. But
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been a weekend. Got stuff done. It's been hot, very hot this weekend.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, not like to the point where we're just like miserable the whole time. Like if you got the shade and like a little bit of a breeze, you're good. Or if you have like a fucking like a little fucking inflatable pool to splash around in or something, just to jump into for a few minutes, then come back out, and you'll be all right. But I mean, Frankie's been playing outside like fucking all day. Like she just went in like an hour ago to like chill out on the couch for a while, and she had some dinner. She's gonna conk out later.
See, this is the best time for kids because when they're so young, they just don't care about the heat that much.
Oh yeah.
Then you get older.
Like, twist her arm to go back in the water to play. I was like, "You need to cool off, kid. Jump in the water, splash around a little."
Yeah, it's crazy. And then you get older, and then it's like it's hot. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, for sure. So, what have you been up to this week aside from hiding from the heat?
Not a ton, to be honest. I had a lot of projects I had to work on. Work was just long. That was kind of the big thing.
Yeah.
Got through most things I needed to do. I was trying to keep up with. Didn't really get to watch anything, unfortunately. I did. Obviously, I read because there was things we had to read, but
yes,
I got through a few other things here and there. I read the next Chainsaw Man volume that came out finally.
Nice. Where did that leave off? I don't remember.
It leaves off right after the part where Yaru takes over Asa for a bit and then gives Denji that ultimatum.
I don't remember which one.
The one where she
it's been a while since I read it all.
The one that she flat out says if he does the thing for her, she'll let him do her, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
And then Asa comes back right after. It's like, oh, this is awkward. And it's pretty much right there where like all of the Asa's rogue gallery basically comes back. I was like, oh yeah, they're still here, I guess. So we have another couple months before the next volume comes out.
Very nice.
I also read the next Sakamoto Days volume that also came out. That's a series that's I think is going to do much better anime wise if it gets another anime season. So
I can't see why it wouldn't. It had a very fast turnover for the second one. So I found that really odd though, is that a lot of these new shows, like when they have the shorter seasons, have like a really fast turnover for the second season, and the third season ends up being a bit of a wait.
Well, a lot of them, it's not even like seasons. It's kind of like a case of they order one season and they just cut it in half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. The turnarounds have been interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually glad that we decided to move the day because I wouldn't have watched the most recent Oshinoko in time if we hadn't done that.
Yeah, we should probably.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ, where is the story going?
Yeah. Because I mean, it didn't happen in like what I thought was gonna happen with Ruby's little like audition thing she was doing didn't end up happening, but it was kind of along the same lines.
Yeah, I was not expecting her to get like that fucking morbid, and then just immediately like, just kidding, and
Just kidding. Yeah.
I'm like,
It's like,
okay.
whoa, okay.
I
That's
didn't
dark.
I did enjoy Akane's little like her being like, this is fucking
Sure.
awkward. Where she's like, what the fuck? I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And then she finds out that it's a story about I, and she's like, "Oh, my brother just trying to make a buck off our mom's name." Like, do you have any fucking sense at all? Like,
yeah. I did enjoy Akane's little part at the end where she runs into Aqua and she's like, you do anything stupid, I'm gonna stop you. And he's just like, try me, bitch.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Oh God, they're both falling so deep, so deep.
Everything's falling. Like all the characters, like holy shit. I did enjoy
And then,
the Kana Panda thing though, where he's
yeah,
actually nice to her for like the first time ever. And she overreacts. I'm like, yeah. Well, they can't have any plot threads in terms of that because we know it's not gonna go anywhere.
well, yeah. I mean, I'm almost immediately after like they have that moment and she runs out of the room. He's like, "Ah, yes, one somewhat smooth phrase for me," and she just melts in my hands. How can I use this to get to what I want at the end? You know, it's Jesus Christ, bro. Can you tone down the light alchemy a little bit, just a little bit?
Yeah. If anything, Aqua's more prepared.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
downfall, I'm assuming his downfall is not going to be as absurd as Lights was, but
no, but no, that
wh-
stinger at the end.
yeah, the post credit scene. Thank God I clicked up and went, oh, there's a significant amount after the credits. Hmm.
Yeah, I usually don't wait until the full end. Well, I mean, I do also listen to the song usually, but no, I'm glad I did this time because when the song kicked in, I was like, "That's weird." We didn't get the usual like the song starting for like the last 30 seconds of the episode, and then it goes into the song.
Also, I
Like
noticed
usually there's that lead into it. We didn't get that this time. Like that's weird. Now it makes sense because there was a bit at the end.
I noticed on High Dive too, that the skip credit thing appeared in like immediately. A lot of the times it doesn't appear
Hmm.
for a normal episode, and I was like, oh, that's strange. Then I saw the length. I was like, oh, okay, skip ahead, and I was like, oh, there's more. There's a good amount more. And who
So
is that? Who is that at the end? That's the question right there.
you don't know?
I don't remember. So
Well, see, we had to rewind it a minute because we watched that last bit twice. Because at first I kind of had a similar feeling to you, like I feel like I should know this person.
yeah, they look
See, that's,
familiar, but I don't
see
remember right now.
that's the thing though, Bill. Is we saw her about 20 seconds before that scene. That's Ruby's first mom
Oh,
from when she was a little girl with cancer. The mom that just stopped showing up to support her.
I didn't even make that connection. I didn't even think of that.
That's her mom. Her non-pop idol mom. And the thing is here is like the more I think about it, the more complicated that gets because not only is that going to affect Ruby in some very bad ways, Aqua knows her too.
Yeah,
He was her doctor. He knows her parents. And he
it's
knows what they put her through much more intimately than they probably do.
yeah, it's weird though because it's like theoretically they shouldn't. The mom. Why is the mom there? That's the question I want to know. Because like I'm sitting here.
She works in advertising.
I guess, yeah, but like, oh man, that's gonna be a weird next episode. Like, how are they gonna work around that one?
I don't know, but it's an hour-long episode, and I am here for it.
What do you think of the random crow chick in the graveyard? That's like not real, but may or may not be a spirit. I don't fucking know.
Well, do you have the subtitles on when you watch it?
I don't remember. Possibly.
Because I'm pretty sure I always get these two confused. They either have that child spirit character. It's either Amaterasu or Tsukiyomi. I think it's Tsukiyomi. is what it's called, and I know that that's a big thing in Japanese mythology.
I got the impression that it was some sort of like
I don't
symbolic thing.
I don't know the actual mythology behind it, but I know it's significant enough to be referenced in almost every fucking anime out there.
Yeah, like I know enough to the fact that I'm like, yeah, that's
So this is some sort of mythology bullshit going on.
yeah. I like too how it was like he was like, "Did you tell Ruby this too?" He's like, "Nah, she'll figure it out on her own. I don't need to bother there."
I love that fucking when the little child character first appears to Ruby, she's like, "Oh, I'm so scared," and Aqua's just like, "Get the fuck out of my face, you little punk."
Yeah, Aqua doesn't have time for anybody at this point.
No,
He's
got time for no shit.
yeah. It was the other. Oh yeah, also the fucking like that whole like spiel where she's like, "You guys were reincarnated because you still have a purpose in life." I, on the other hand,
I will never exist again.
she's fucking dead. And then it had to, of course, flash to the fucking death image again. I'm like, can we like stop with that shit? Like, God
And they need to really twist the knife and be like, "She will never smile again." It's just really
jump
twist
scare.
that knife.
Like jump scare to that death picture that fucking haunts people.
Yeah. Yeah. This is this next episode is gonna be crazy. I already know it. Like I have thoughts, and I have like we're gonna be watching it probably Saturday night. We're gonna get snacks. We're gonna get probably booze because we're gonna need it. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be like an event at our house.
I did find it interesting too. Kana's apparently playing one of Ai's Bikamachi like team members.
Yeah, one of the
But
other Kamachi girls.
But it's apparently the one that hated her, which I'm just like, okay, I don't remember that.
If that was even a real thing, that could just be them. It's a biopic. It's not necessarily gonna be totally accurate.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that because I found that a weird thing to just like bring up out of nowhere and then not acknowledge again.
But yeah,
and then Akane and the whatever her fucking name is, I already forget. The snake lady.
Yeah, snake girl.
They conveniently didn't have schedules enough to be the lead, so they relegated to side characters. And I love how the the producer's like, right.
You know, apparently Snake Girl, like, she was doing that whole thing just to be like, no, Ruby should play her. Like,
you know, the worst part is she builds up that entire thing and she just does fucking nothing. Like the rest of this, like I'm just like, oh, okay. I guess she's not
why
that.
Are you here?
And she's like one of the few connections to Kaguya-sama too, which is so fucking bizarre.
Well, she might have a more important role during the course of it. I mean,
well, she is on the cover of one volume, the one that's green for some fucking reason. I'm just,
yeah,
I'm so annoyed by that.
I can't wait to see how this fucking. There's no, like, I know we talked about it a little bit last week. There's no fucking way that they're just not gonna find out about each other. It's gonna happen.
But you know what the best part is? Your answer's not going to be answered next weekend because there's one more season coming. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I know.
The
reveal could happen next week, depending on how things go with this whole mom situation.
The cliffhanger next week is going to be fucking atrocious. That's all I know.
We're going to be so mad. I already know. Me and Cindy are both going to be fucking furious at the end of that next episode.
You're going to hear the whistle in the background and be like, just waiting for it. Then the fucking reel's gonna pop out on you.
Well, that's why I'm so happy it's gonna be an hour-long episode. Like, thank God we just get like a fucking straight hour of stuff. And I want to be like literally every time a new episode comes out, and it's like a regular length episode, it doesn't even matter. I could only have been watching for like 2 minutes, and I'm like, it's gonna do that fucking sound again. I know it. I know it's gonna happen like right now.
Yep. I don't know. I love the way they do it is fun. The drums were like the best though, just because you'd hear that drum beat in the background, just be like, it's like I don't want it. No. Yeah.
It's intense.
Yeah, it is. It shouldn't be this intense, but it is. And apparently we're at the point in the manga where Akko is checked out too, which he's still writing this and he didn't care.
Well, we'll see. To be fair, a lot of fucking manga fans tend to be very, very picky about the things they like and don't like. There have been times where people have been like, "Oh, I don't like a huge thing like it will be made about the ending of a manga, and then I'll get to it when the anime comes out. And I'll be like, it's fine. What are you talking about?" So who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. Well, you know how it goes. Every manga has a terrible ending. There are no good endings in manga, according to most people.
This is true. This is true. I mean, I've met people who fucking said that the ending of Full Metal was bad. But what are you talking about? It was the perfect ending. It couldn't have ended any other way.
Did they watch Brotherhood or the original
Brotherhood.
series? Okay.
Brotherhood.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, the ending of.
You think this is a bad ending? This is the perfect ending.
I was gonna say, if it was 2003, I could get it because they probably didn't see the movie, so it just kind of ended. And they were like, "What?"
Yeah. But yeah, that's God. That shit was fucking crazy.
Did you watch the most recent vending machine?
I did watch that.
The fucking opera singing snake lady came back.
Yeah, well, I think she's supposed to be like metal or like goth or something.
I don't know. All I know is when she came back, I was like, "Ugh!" I'm like, can we get any worse?
Yeah, it was weird.
Also, Boxo's just fucking dead. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that was like they spent the whole fucking episode trying to dig him out, and like in the last episode, he got beat the fuck. Like he was not doing good.
There was, I don't know.
And then we see like through the dirt at the end of the episode, and he's just totally fine, just underground. Like what the fuck? Like,
also the fucking like the family that's just good now. Like okay.
Yep, everyone just accepts that they're okay now. Like, okay, whatever.
Fucking sons are like, we have to help Boxo. We're gonna lose our man card. I'm like, what this? I'm like, who wrote this fucking dub? Like, Jesus Christ, this is one.
I don't know, man.
This is one of Crunchy's worst like writings. Like, this shit is cringe.
I don't even think it's necessarily their fault. I think it's just the show.
I don't know, some of those lines are. There's no way that was in the fucking Japanese. I have to double check some of those because, like, I'm like, who says this? Like, this is the most irrelevant garbage.
I don't know.
Ugh,
but I also watched the most recent Slime.
Both of them.
Oh, there was. Oh yes. I did watch both.
Because I'm like, I was gonna be like, oh, if you didn't watch
both for a sec.
Because they gave us a double drop today to make up for there being no release last week. What'd you think of Shuna kicking fucking ass?
Today or this week?
Which episode did you watch?
I watched. It was the conclusion of that whole like meeting thing that they had about them joining like the group of nations or whatever, like the UN essentially of that world.
Okay, so you saw the whole. They caught.
And then they caught the guy who was like manipulating people and shit. And, yeah. And then that chick who keeps popping up is just like, curses. How do they do this?
And also the sniper on the roof.
Yes, the sniper. Okay. Yes.
What'd you think of Shuna kicking fucking ass?
That was pretty cool. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it.
I love her like uses this fucking death spell and it just wipes off his clothes. And she's like, "Oh, too bad. I guess I'm not strong." Look, Shuna's a fucking savage in this show.
I also love that. What's the dude's name? Benimaru. He's just like, that's a good thing you did something, because if you had waited another like 2 seconds, I would have just slaughtered everyone there. Fucking Benimaru's like, Jesus, guys, I need to rethink my convoy a little bit.
My favorite is still when that they catch the sniper and then fucking Hinata is like trying to murder her and like Rimuru stops it. He's like, no, you can't kill. That's bad. And Shuna's like, it's okay, master. If she did kill him, I'd just bring him back with resurrection magic. And then Hinata's like, yes, I know resurrection magic too. It would have been fine. And Rimuru's like, that's not the point, guys.
Yeah, we're missing the whole concept here.
I'm not sure how they're going to keep it up for as many episodes as this season's going to supposedly have, but like so far it's been very interesting.
If it's, it was based off of light novels, and those can go pretty far. I mean, look at fucking Apothecary. The fucking first 2 volumes, the first 2 light novels is the whole first season.
Yeah.
And there's like 20 of them.
I know the anime is getting very close to eclipsing the slime manga right now, but apparently the manga hasn't caught up with the light novel yet. So it's one of
Hmm.
those things where it's going to be a weird case where the anime is going to be ahead of the manga, but behind the light novel.
Yeah.
Um, Apparently the light novel's almost done. Last I checked, so there's
It's
not a
still
ton.
going? Jesus.
I think it was in. It's supposed to end like this year, I believe. Last I
Okay.
checked.
Gotcha.
I'm liking it though. Like the cast is killing it,
Hmm. For sure.
which is funny because half of them are also in the goddamn vending machine show.
Isekais. You know how it goes.
It's just the Funimation special. Use all their
Hmm.
mains.
I've gotten to well, all right. So I know that technically Black Clover doesn't have seasons,
Mhm.
but Crunchyroll still has it separated into 4 seasons. And I've gotten to or through what they classify as the second season, which is like just over 100 episodes.
Okay.
So the elves have been resurrected. A bunch of people in the kingdom have been like turned essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wizard King just got murked. But he might not be totally dead yet, but he was definitely murked.
I can't comment. Anyways,
And also Asta and Yuna, who also has elf ears but wasn't taken over, fought the actual dude, the actual elf guy, who isn't the elf guy we've been seeing up to this point. That's actually a child in that guy's body for some reason. I don't understand that.
keep watching. Keep watching.
But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
All right. Yeah, you're getting to the.
I'm over the halfway point.
You're at the point where it really starts to pick up. That's all I'll say.
Well, I'm taking a short break and I'm going to watch Young Justice season 3 before I jump back into it. I've just been bouncing back and forth between the two.
Oh, and so you know the Black Clover movie is canon, but it doesn't really matter where you watch it, so you can just watch it after.
Yeah, that's from all the things I've been looking up. But a lot of people have been saying, well, like technically it takes place after this episode, but it doesn't really matter. Just watch it after you finish the show. So
yeah, it is canon. The funny part about watching it though is because it was recorded so long after the show ended, some of the voice actors forgot how to do their voices, and it is noticeable.
that's pretty funny.
But it's kind of funny.
I'm curious how this is going to go because what's his name? I don't know if he ever came back in recent times, but I know Jerry Jewell wasn't acting for a couple years, and he's playing the main elf guy. So I wonder if he's going to come back when the anime comes back, or if they're going to recast him.
I can't comment on anything. You'll have to keep watching.
Okay, fair enough.
That's good though.
I'm enjoying it so far. It's
different.
I like it more than JJK and Demon Slayer for sure, but I think I still like My Hero more.
My Hero's got a more concise plot, I'd say. There's
I
a lot of
think that the world building and like the different little character arcs throughout are working for me. So I'll say that much at least. I do enjoy that.
The show really starts to pick up from where you're at. So like the second half is significantly stronger than the first.
The openers are bangers.
Oh, they are. Did you get to Black Catcher yet? Or is it Black Rover? Black Rover's the best opening.
I'm not sure. I'd have to like put it on YouTube to know, because I don't know what all the names of the songs are.
Yeah, the two I love the most I love Black Catcher and Black Rover. Those two are the best. They're all the intros are good. That should be pointed out, but
yeah, that's going good. Also, I have, after I did the assigned reading for the week, I continued working on the first milestone compendium, and I am just over 200 pages away from finishing that first one. And I'm really liking it so far. I'm at a obviously I'm far enough at this point where I've gotten at least a bit of a taste of each of them, like the early ones. And actually, the point I'm at right now is they're starting to do like all these big crossovers. So they're all starting to converge in like this big event that they're doing towards the end of that like first wave. And uh, I think at this point my favorites are my top three out of the ones I've read so far are probably Static, Icon, and Shadow Cabinet. No, not Shadow Cabinet. Blood Syndicate.
Nice.
I have not gotten to Shadow Cabinet yet. That's actually what everything is converging to. Like that's like the center point of the big crossover is the emergence of Shadow Cabinet. But
Nice.
I'm definitely enjoying it so far. There's only a little bit left, and then I'll be on to the third Dungeon Crawler Carl book.
Nice.
Which they start getting pretty long after that second book. Like the third one, I think is like 550, I think, pages. And the one after that's like getting into the 600s, and then I think after that it starts getting into the 800s. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yep. That's good.
It's been cool so far.
Yeah, I didn't get a ton of comics in this week. It was a slow week. I've just been kind of getting by, as they say.
I really like the Icon and Rocket like dynamic between the two. It's really cool. Also, there was this really funny scene where Icon was like finally like explaining to Rocket like who he is and where he comes from. He's like, "Oh yes, I'm an alien, and I came down and this and that." And she's like, "Okay, well, before you took the form of a human, what did you look like?" And his response was, "I looked like Kermit the Frog with a better physique."
What's he talking about, Kermit? That's like peak right there.
It's just the way he said it was perfect.
Oh man, nice.
It's good. I'm enjoying it though. I really like the Icon stuff. Hardware is fucking intense. That's an intense fucking comic.
Nice.
It's kind of dark sometimes.
Yeah, comics do that, especially nowadays.
Yeah. But this is 90s comics, so it gets real dark sometimes.
Yeah, they killed a lot of people in the 90s. Yet somehow not as bad as the 2010s. 2010s were brutal.
True.
Did you see they released more Supergirl shots?
I did not. No.
There was a second trailer. They showed there's going to be, I guess, a flashback to when she first lands on Earth.
That makes sense because that was a part of the whole Woman of Tomorrow comic, was like kind of telling her background of like, you know, Krypton's destruction and how like the whole concept of like Argo City that we saw in like the Supergirl TV show did happen, but it didn't turn out as good as it did in the Supergirl show.
Yeah, that's a depending on the continuity thing as it is.
Well, this is considering it's based on the comic I read. I'm assuming that's what they're going to do for the movie.
I'm guessing so far. I know they confirmed there's going to be a David Cornsweet cameo, so that's cool.
Well, he was in the trailer for Supergirl, so it makes sense.
Yeah, they showed another one though, so they're highlighting it. It looks good. Looking forward to it. We also I saw some screen grabs from the next Superman Man of Tomorrow movie that's being worked on right now. We're gonna get to see Lex in the green armor, and it actually looks pretty good.
That's fun.
So wait,
so is this Supergirl? Is it just being called Supergirl? Like, there's no like subtitle to it?
I think so. Unless they changed something recently.
Interesting.
Last I checked.
I'm pretty sure it's just being called Supergirl.
Yeah, I think it's just Supergirl. I believe the comics World Woman of Tomorrow, but I think it's just going to be Supergirl.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Did you ever see the Clayface teaser?
Yeah, and it's dark.
Yeah, spooky.
I had it pop up a few times watching a YouTube video in the middle of the night while I was sleeping. I'm like, no. not what I want to see first thing.
Yeah, the fucking end bit when he's fucking laid in the tub and he wipes his face and it just fucking melts down. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's Clayface for you. At least that version.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting year for superhero movies.
Yeah, they're gonna be trying new things. That's for sure. Probably there's a He-Man movie too, but that looks. I have zero interest in seeing that.
I keep seeing like positive feedback on it though.
I do too, but that's like critical reviews. I don't trust any of those. So
That's fair. That's fair.
I gotta wait to see what people think, or if people go to see it, because that's the real question.
Yeah.
Because I saw the trailer, I'm like, this looks like ass. I was like, this looks like ass. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie.
Did you see that Team 4-Star had put up a Yu Yu Hakusho abridged?
Did they?
It's like a brand new version of it. It's still Lanny as Yusuke, but yeah, they're doing like a brand new Team 4-Starified version of it.
Oh, interesting. Is it like all the main guys still, or?
For the most part, yeah. I don't know if Masako is in it, but everyone else, like all the other major ones, like all the people who are currently with Team 4-Star.
Masako's too busy talking about F1.
Yeah.
And pissing people off apparently because one of his recent videos. Oof.
Oh really?
Yeah. One of his takes recently was not good. That's all I'll say on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of comics,
yeah, and takes Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, the final arc, the Millennium World arc.
You know, I really got to rewatch the anime of this because this was dark. Like, this is very dark.
From what I understand, this is the arc with the most amount of differences when you look at it versus the anime version.
I can see why, because holy shit!
You mentioned one of them in the opening of this episode.
Oh, our buddy
Bobasa.
Is he a real thing? Like, because he just kind of disappears at the end, and
no, he turned into Hassan.
Okay, the brain didn't process that.
The dude with the big like Egyptian mask that was like protecting Atem, and then the mask broke and it was also shoddy. So he's Bobasa, fucking what's his name that I just said, Hassan and Shoddy, all at the same time.
So when he died, did the Millennium items inside him just get teleported back to Egypt, or?
Good question.
Because I was very confused by that, because he very much has the scales and the key on him, which I found really odd that he makes this whole point about being a carrying case for them, and then they don't give him any of their other ones that they have at the time.
Did they have any other ones with them?
I don't know if with them. I know didn't Yugi had the rod.
I don't think he brought them with him.
Fair. How was he?
I'm trying to remember because the Millennium slab or whatever it was, the Millennium tablet wasn't in. Like they had to go all the way to Egypt for that.
Yeah, it wasn't up the street like in the fucking anime.
Well, all right. So the tablet of the Pharaoh's memories, right? Well, that was like one of the first big differences was that they at the beginning of this arc in the anime, they had to go all the way to Egypt to start this arc. Here, the tablet of the Pharaoh's memories was still at the museum. They just had to go to the museum and do the thing. And then it was like a month after this arc ended that they went to Egypt to go and, do the whole final duel and everything.
Well, because in the anime, he does the thing at the museum and then he gets hijacked by a fucking 2 filler arcs. So,
yeah.
Fucking Waking the Dragons happens. So, yeah.
Yeah. Also, Kyber is nowhere to be seen throughout this entire arc.
I noticed that. He doesn't appear again, after Battle City.
Yeah, he flies away in his not Blue Eyes White Dragon jet, and we never see him again.
That was weird. That was really weird.
That is a big difference because he was fairly heavily involved in the anime version.
Which is interesting because that means technically because the movie's based directly off the manga, not the anime. Technically, I guess that means like the next time he appears is technically Dark Side of Dimensions.
Yeah, which makes a lot of sense actually, because when he has the whole like exchange with Yugi, we're like, no, he's not in the puzzle anymore. He's in the afterlife. He's like, you lie. And he's just like,
Yeah,
okay, so
and he's
he
such a
wasn't there for any of that, so it makes sense that he wouldn't believe him.
That's true. You know, I can't wait till we cover that movie in full because Kaiba is such a fucking dork in that movie, and it's not even funny.
Do we want to cover the other two movies?
Yeah, we probably should cover Pyramid of Light, and then what's the second one's the crossover one with
Yeah, Bonds Beyond Time.
I gotta find that one because I don't think I own it.
I believe it is free with ads on YouTube.
I'll have to look for that. Okay.
It popped up in my feed recently because I was looking up stuff about this.
I don't really want to rewatch Pyramid of Light, but we probably should.
Just for the completionist sake of it.
Yeah.
But then, does that also mean if we're going to go for the completionist route, do we also have to watch Season 0? Because there is technically a fourth movie. There's a Season 0 movie.
We'll debate on that one, just because it's not technically available.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's all in, or at least fucking, I think it was 4Kids had it on YouTube years ago. Konami might still have it on there.
Yeah, because 4Kids no longer exists, technically.
I'll find out reason. I'm just going to check real quick. So I'm curious if it's still on there. If not, I know I have it on my hard drive.
Yeah, we'll debate on that one, most likely.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a huge thing either way, but yeah, it's all on there.
Okay.
Full series and the movie.
Interesting.
The Season 0 anime is bizarre. And I believe it was done by Toei.
It was. I know that. That's why everything looks odd.
But it's also because it's based on the first 7 volumes of the manga's art style.
Yeah,
which is significantly different. Yeah. We also like some of the art in this arc is fucking incredible.
It is
like Berserk level fucking good.
Also, like one thing I pointed out, I noticed really quick is the second like they lose. I'm just gonna call him a Tem because it's easier, even though he technically doesn't learn his name till like right at the end. The second a Tem gets like sent back into like his little universe thing that he's got going on.
Mm-hmm.
It basically becomes a different fucking manga for a while.
Oh, completely. Because they don't actually. It's not until like maybe like the second to last volume of this arc that we actually learn what's happening.
Yeah, and it's all just like a giant like in his head kind of thing.
It's D&D. He's basically playing fucking magical D&D again. Like they even referenced the first time they went through this with Bakura.
Yeah. Yeah, because like Yugi and the gang, like they kind of appear intermittently, but they're really unnecessary to this portion of the plot. They kind of just exist for like occasional exposition, and so we can get some comic relief in because there ain't a lot of comedy going on in the main story.
No, they were actually their involvement and also like a lot of like the fleshing out of certain characters was added in the anime, like the character Mana, who was Mahato's apprentice, and she was like the origin of the Dark Magician Girl, is like barely involved. Like she's basically a glorified fucking battery pack for the Dark Magician in this arc in the manga. Yeah. Whereas in the anime, she was like, "Oh, I'm the Pharaoh's childhood friend, and I also can see all the present people who are here, and like we go off on like an adventure to find the Pharaoh when he's lost." Like it was a whole thing.
It was we go off on a filler arc to stretch this out as much as we can.
Yeah, pretty much. And like God, like some of the fucking like when Bakura first shows up in the throne room, and I remember in the anime he dragged the previous king's sarcophagus, but here he just drags his mummified corpse there.
Yeah,
and starts like stepping on its neck and shit.
Yeah, well, they really gotta put it through that Bakura is a fucking asshole.
Yeah, for sure. and it's just like, man, they really don't hold back. But he was always kind of a piece of shit throughout the course of the series, but he's always been a little bit more subtle. And here he's just like full on, like, no, I am the villain.
Well,
Fuck
because
Merrick.
because whenever like evil Bakura shows up, like he's more of like a fucking troll than just outright villain.
Yeah.
At times, like he seems to be like he clearly has an agenda that's clearly going to be a long game kind of thing, but like the whole time he's doing it in the most trollish fucking ways, which is so funny because then like Bakura, like regular Bakura, is such a weird character because of that.
Yeah. I mean, he did just straight up murder Pegasus at the end.
Yeah, he sure did.
So I feel like people keep forgetting about that. No, he just straight up fucking murdered that dude.
Well, because people mostly know the anime where Pegasus miraculously survives.
And like, so there was some parts throughout this that I was a little confused on.
The writing was a little weird how they structured it a bit because they really they would jump between viewpoints a lot, and it kind of got confusing where we were at given times.
Yeah, for sure. And then also like when they started throwing out like when they started really jumping into like Akhenaten becoming like the Dark Priest, and they started leading into that. That was when it started getting a little screwy because we saw like the like ghost visage of the Shadow Priests before it actually happened, and he's like, "Oh, we're actually in a world of memory, and I'm really Zork, and you become my Shadow Priest."
I couldn't take Zork serious with that name.
It's Zork. Nephrophades or whatever.
I just think of Zork. Whenever I think Zork, I think of that old like text-based game.
Yeah. Also, still has a dragon dick. That's still a thing.
Yep.
I can't believe fucking 4Kids didn't censor that. It's crazy.
Yeah, they probably didn't notice.
And I kind of expected them to do more with like the origins of certain like iconic monsters. Like obviously we got the Dark Magician and the Blue Eyes. Like that was going to happen.
The Blue Eyes origin was interesting.
Mm-hmm. It was because we need to talk about Priest Seto for a minute.
Yeah, what the fuck's his deal? Like, what is his fucking deal?
They tried to make him seem way more noble in the anime version. Here, he's just like straight up like, yeah, we're just gonna send soldiers into the town, and we're just gonna look into everybody's souls to see who's got the best monsters, and then we're gonna kidnap them and torture them until the monsters get strong enough for us to use them. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. And then he finds a lady with a dragon, and he's just like, that one.
Yeah, the lady with the dragon who is being stoned for being white.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
that was rough.
How'd the anime handle that?
They didn't bring up the race at all. He was just an outsider. Oh no, it was because she had a reputation for bringing bad luck because of the dragon, so they were trying to make her leave.
Yeah, that's a 4Kids. I'm curious what the Japanese version says.
Because in the anime part of the whole like fleshing things out thing, they had made it so that Seto and her had crossed paths when they were kids, and that
of course
he had saved her life, and then he was about to die, and the dragon showed up and saved her, and that's why like when he saw the dragon originally, it was like, oh, I remember you, and it was like a whole thing. But no, here it was just, no, you're just a shadow beast that can surpass the gods, so I want you so I can become, well, that's the one thing is, no matter how fucking dark he gets, he is fucking loyal. Like, there's no point when he is even considering taking over as Pharaoh and fucking, like, taking over the place. Like, he's like, no, I have my whatever morals you can find, but they're there, you know? Like, I'm not going to betray my king.
He just wants dragon. That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
And also, like,
this is a straight up torture chamber, and apparently the Pharaoh doesn't know about it. Like, how the fuck does he not know this torture chamber?
From what we've learned about Atem is very aloof. A lot of things.
Well, I mean, like, even like because obviously none of like the actual people in Egypt know that he's like a memory who doesn't remember anything. So like, this is like we're talking like OG attempt before the whole Millennium Puzzle shit. Like, apparently doesn't know the torture chamber.
Yeah, it isn't the implication that Atem wasn't really a great guy back in the past.
I think you might be mixing Waking the Dragons in a little bit.
Right. Fuck that
Or
arc.
the Waking the Dragons thing.
Fuck that arc. I hate that arc.
He's
So
like, oh
much.
no, I was an evil king.
That's what I'm thinking. Fuck, I hate that arc. I really
Yeah.
do. We have to go in a
Yeah.
deep dive of that. We gotta literally sit down and watch that and just deep dive into it so I can explain why I hate that arc so much.
Just talk about all the things that are wrong with it.
How it kind of assassinates the fucking everything that was built up to at that point. And you know what's bad when the virtual world arc makes more sense than that shit?
Honestly, the virtual world arc isn't bad in comparison.
It's not bad. It's just its placement is so infuriating because it's literally in the middle of fucking Battle City.
Yeah, if it had been like pre-Battle City or post-Battle City, it would have been much more forgiving.
Yeah, not just we're just gonna like stick this right here, and Merrick's just gonna chill on the ship because fuck it.
Never gonna get over that.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
but going back to the Seto and the dragon thing, like I couldn't get the. Did he like care about her or did he just want the dragon? Like I could not fucking tell.
I think by the end he cared about her, which I mean that's one of those things where I do think that the anime did help that situation because it actually built their relationship a little bit.
Because they had no relationship here.
She was just locked in a fucking room for most of it, except for the one point where she got thrown into the fucking fight with a couple of prisoners.
Yeah. Yeah,
but aside from that, she was locked in a room, and we got very little, like, between them at all. But apparently, he ends up liking her for some reason.
Yeah, and then like randomly, it's just she's like, "I'll help you because caring," and I'm just like, "Okay, sure." The scene with the guy who becomes the Dark Magician was more emotional because that was actually had something build up to it.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And it took me way too long to notice the similarities there. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, his monster was kind of a dead giveaway.
Well, yeah, when that happened, I noticed it right away. Well, actually, I noticed it first when when Mana showed up, and I was like, "Wait a minute!" Like I kind of paused. Like I was like, "That's Dark Magician Girl." Then I looked at him for a minute. I was like, "Wait a minute!" And then his fucking monster shows up. Weird, he had the ring. Like I thought the ring that was an interesting choice.
Yeah, but oh, and I had to do a little extra research because like they were kind of throwing me off a little bit because at one point Bakura said I'm Zork, and then fucking the like Shadow Akhenaten from the future was like I'm Zork, and then Zork actually shows up and he's like I'm Zork, and I'm like, all right, so who the fuck is Zork?
Yeah, that confused a lot of people because some of the wikis actually think Bakura is Zork still, and I'm like,
so. To my understanding, Akhenaten is like I don't think Thrall's not the right word. He's like an acolyte of Zork. And when Bakura's soul was sealed into the Millennium Ring, a piece of Zork's soul went with it and merged. So in a way, Bakura is part Zork.
okay.
And Akhenaten is just like using Zork's power. He's not actually Zork.
Also, Zork goes down so fucking easy. I was like, all that build up, and he's just.
Well, once the Pharaoh fucking fused all the Egyptian gods together, it was like, nothing's fucking surviving this.
Yeah, that was also pretty like, what are we doing?
And also one thing, like even going back to when I first watched the anime version of this, like Diabound, right? Where the fuck did this come from? Because you'd think with him being like, this is Bakura's spirit monster, and it's so fucking strong that it was able to fucking go toe-to-toe with Egyptian gods. Why did the card never come up? It was never a card.
Yeah.
Because there's all like for all like the major ones, obviously, like we hadn't seen a card for Zork, which there is one, but we hadn't seen a card for Zork. But we saw Zork in the like the first like D&D story arc they did when Bakura was first introduced way back in like volume 6. So we had gotten Zork a little bit back then, but like, and then obviously we had the Egyptian gods, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, like all like the most important monsters per person we've seen in the show before this.
Yeah.
But Diabound just shows up like this is Bakora's soul monster, and it's so fucking strong.
My only guess is because if it had shown up before, it would have been so fucking OP. That's my only guess. Like they power scaling.
I'm wondering if maybe they, because I don't know, cause in the manga we only like Bakura only duels like twice in the manga, right? Up to this arc, there was his duel with Yugi in Battle City, and then he dueled Merrick right after that, like the evil Merrick.
Yeah, because they don't include like any of his bullshit duels. Like, yeah, because the D&D thing's different in the manga.
Yeah,
they don't include
and
him beating up the ghouls.
No, yeah, we don't see. Yeah, because his duel with Bones, that was anime only.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think he hasn't really done much other than those two.
So the only like what I guess you could call like his monster with like the dex was Dark Necrofear. And I'm wondering if maybe like that was the original plan, was for that to be his thing. But then like when they got to the arc and they were like, no, this thing looks too dumb to be like a final villain monster. We need something big and beefy and spooky looking.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because Dark Necrophy was like a cursed doll looking kind of thing.
Yeah. Bakora's entire existence is so fucking random at times in the series. Like, especially...
I mean, he's supposed to be like the other side of the coin to the Pharaoh, so...
True. Also, the whole reveal of him basically being like the big bad at the end.
I mean, it was kind of there the whole time.
Yeah, like it was implied, but they kept it very vague.
Which playing the long game.
Which part of me, I've always had this weird like wonder if he technically throws all the duels the two duels he fights.
I don't think so.
I don't know. The Merrick one I've always questioned a little bit.
I don't think he threw the Merrick duel because I mean he was going based off of information he was getting from like the quote unquote good Merrick because they were both kind of shitty at that point. But like there's no reason for him to do because he wanted the Millennium items.
True.
So I don't know. The more he has, the stronger he is. So
true. His entire it's just so confusing because it's like he comes off as a shitty duelist at times, and then like there's points where like he suddenly like is good, and I'm so confused like all the time.
It's because he uses ghost strategies. Because he's the ghost. Ooh.
I guess either his strategy is actually just terrible, and he just thinks he can get a powerful monster and just one shot everything.
Yeah. But
because the duel with his like remnant versus actual Yugi like is also interesting.
Yeah, that was so weird. There's so many moments too where like stuff like that would happen, like when he encounters Akhenaten in the temple, and he like put a piece of his soul into the Millennium Eye, and that was like supposedly that was what corrupts him in the first place. That was also another big difference is in the anime version, Bakura, like the Egyptian version of Bakura, who's like doing all this shit running around. Like it seems like he is being directly controlled by the current Bakura, and that he's aware that this is a simulation and that this all happened already, and he knows the present people involved and everything. And that's not really the case in the manga. It's like he's basically running on autopilot based on what happened in the past.
Yeah, because like whenever like because they show like the scenes, like the scene at the weird cantina diner thing where old Bakura is like fucking going to town on all
I
that
love
fucking
that
food.
scene. Yeah, he's just fucking like savagely eating all that meat. And then fucking the guys are like, oh, he's got all this gold, let's jump him. And he just slaughters everyone there. And then the present Bakura's like ghost is just chilling there watching it, laughing his ass off. He's like, I remember this. That was great.
Yeah, he's just chilling the whole time. I'm like, what are we doing?
He's like Ryuk right now, just like watching it all like, that was great. I love that.
He's like, memories.
Yeah. And I did like that part. That was good.
Also, I love when they first show up in Egypt and fucking Merrick shows up on his fucking motorcycle. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Well, you know him. He loves his motorcycles, you know.
I forgot about his motorcycle, to be honest. So when it popped up, I was like, oh yeah, that's funny.
Remember, because when he first got to see the outside world, he saw that magazine with the picture of a motorcycle, and he's like, oh, I want one of those.
Yeah.
But anyways, another thing I noticed was that, like, I don't know if you remember, but in the previous arc, I think when Bakura was like hearing a conversation that Yugi was having with Ishizu or Merrick or something, and they mentioned Merrick's backstory when like he thought that Shadi had killed his father and all that other stuff. And Bakura's hearing all this, and he's like, "Oh, but Shadi was already," and I think it was both of our assumptions that he was going to say he's already dead, that he had killed him or something. Never gets brought up in this arc.
Which is weird because we don't find out, we don't see what happens until Dark Side of Dimensions.
I know, it's bizarre. It's very, very
and that
weird.
has to be canon because the Dark Side of Dimensions is apparently canon to the manga.
Actually, yeah, come to think of it, I guess Bakura's soul would still be in the Millennium Ring, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Unless it was just obliterated, but
they didn't think that far ahead.
But yeah, so what were some of your favorite like art pieces throughout this? Because like some of these fucking panels were just like a lot of the fucking effort that was put into like illustrating like the different forms of Diabound throughout were fucking incredible. He put cool. a lot of effort into drawing Akhenaten's face from time to time, like berserk levels of fucking art, which is wild.
Like one of those like funny things is like when we get to that later scene where they basically just kind of lift the curtain to the fact that it's just a D&D game, and then you got the fucking the cast just in like fucking sarcophagus in the back, and I'm like, what are we doing here? But in the background, the fucking mummy's just chilling there, and I'm like,
yeah, Akhenaten's mummy is just chilling next to Bakura. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Like that was goofy. I really love the scene where like Exodia shows up. Like, that's fucking epic.
Yeah, that was good. And I love that it was Yugi's the ancient Egyptian version of Yugi's grandpa that like fucking summons him and shit. Like that was his monster. Like, damn.
That dude from fucking Forbidden Memories that I always remember. I'm like, oh yeah, it's this guy.
Oh, Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was in Duels for the Roses, and he pops up from time to time in like some of the other older games.
I think he's in Falsebound Kingdom too. That game's fucking weird. We got to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh games too at some point. Yeah,
I have only played a handful of them up to this point, but yeah, some of them are pretty wild. It's the ones that like try to do their own like thing, you know, like that weird trilogy, and then like Sacred Cards and
Reshif of
Destruction, like the ones that do like weird stuff.
Reshif of Destruction. Are you ready to feel pain?
Yeah, right.
Fuck that game.
Oh, you thought Sacred Cards was easy, huh?
I will say that game is a much more interesting post-Battle City plotline than Waking the Dragons will ever be. That's all I'll say there.
I'll take your word for it.
we get like sinister evil Pegasus, like, and it's something. That's all all I can say. Yeah, some of that art is really fun though. Anytime like the blue eyes shows up, that's really cool. I did like too the little subtle thing where like when Dark Magician first shows up, he doesn't have a face, but then the second what's his name dies, the face just kind of appears, and you're like, oh, I see now.
Mm. It's almost like it was fate.
And we also like very briefly get the recreation of that infamous stone tablet thing that with like Seto and Atem fighting, but it's like very
Yeah,
brief.
which also happened very differently because in the anime that encounter between the two of them happened like in the middle of the whole like Zork fight, like the whole big Zork battle. But
Hmm.
here it's like Zork is already defeated, and then fucking also interesting correlation here. If you go all the way back to what, like volume 6, 7 of the manga, when we're like finding out about how Kaiba became the head of Kaiba Corp and all that, and how Gozaburo had literally was just like, "You're gonna die alone and unhappy," and he jumps out the window to his death. Fucking Akhenaten, who is Seto's father, jumps into a chasm to his death in an attempt to pollute Seto.
Yeah, that was interesting. Parallel.
Yeah. Um, and then it was like they did like a whole weird thing where um apparently when Akhenaten died, his soul or his essence like inhabited Seto's body and was like controlling him to be evil. And then fucking the after Kisara had died, like the spirit of the Blue Eyes went to Seto, but it was like her soul, so it refused to fight, and that kind of like broke him out of it.
Yeah, isn't that also kind of a parallel to like the fourth Blue Eyes not wanting to fight way earlier on?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because it was right before Yami, whatever. Yugi had fucking like mind crushed him and like sent his evil, like just destroyed the evil part of his brain or whatever the hell happened there.
Yeah,
It's weird. I'm trying to think. There's another part I wanted to touch on, and I can't think of it.
I'm trying to think. Actually, it just hit on me a thing I wanted to bring up. Oh yeah, anytime fucking the thing that drove me nuts throughout this, anytime like one of the characters would like anytime like Atem would like something would happen to Yuki, Atem would always be like, my partner. Like
Yeah, right.
the way it's written is so goofy. He's like,
Yeah,
partner, my partner. Like they never refer to each other as well, it's weird because like Yami's not a thing on the manga, obviously. So it's like it's always Yugi and then the other Yugi.
yeah. It's like he's constantly saying my other self, and then you
Or
got
my partner.
Tim over here being my partner.
Yeah. And I'm still convinced Joey is like not really doesn't even realize there's two of them sometimes.
Yeah, I love how like at the beginning, like so we got the whole thing at the beginning of the arc where we got the whole like backstory of Grandpa finding the Millennium
Yeah.
puzzle and everything, and like towards the end of that, like when they're about to go do their whole like thing to go to the museum, he's just like, "Oh yeah, I know that there's another spirit in the Millennium Puzzle. I'm not stupid. I've been here." Like, it's like, did Yuki forget that he was like trapped in like a portable television the whole time he was on Duelist Kingdom? He was just there. Like, he was there with the group technically. Probably heard some of the shit that happened.
I'm thinking the writer slash artist the mangaka. I'm thinking he has Toriyama syndrome where he just forgot.
I think Yugi forgot half the time on Duelist Kingdom. So like, all of a sudden he'd like every now and then be like, "Oh yeah, my grandpa." And he'd pull out the TV and it's just like he's been in there for like days, bro. Like you know, fucking take him out and talk to him a little bit.
Is it crazy to me that the anime version of that makes way more sense than the fucking TV?
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. I'm like,
especially considering when it takes place, like
because the fucking anime is massively darker when you think about it. Like in the anime, it's like in the manga, it's like he's not doing good, but at least he can still interact, and at least we know he's okay. In the anime, it's like Yuki doesn't
he's in hell.
He's fucking dead. Like otherwise,
yeah.
Yeah, that is a
weird
case where the manga is less dark than the anime. It's like one of the only few times that happens.
Because people die a lot in this arc.
Yeah.
Like almost every single one of the Egyptian characters is dead by the end of this arc.
Also, we forgot earlier on the scene where like the dude like breaks into Yugi's house to steal the god cards.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure in the anime that was Rex and Weevil.
Yeah, which pissed me off so much. Like I once again hate fucking waking the dragons. Because like Bakura immediately catches this guy and he's like, gotta be careful there, you'll lose these. And I'm like, you're an asshole.
Yeah, that was
man.
the first big hint for me that things were going to be different because that was when he gives Yugi the eye. I was like, wait a minute, because the
Merrick
way
gave him
he
the
got
eye in the anime.
well, no, because in the anime, Bakura had the eye because he took it from Pegasus originally.
Yep.
But he gave it to Kaiba as a way to be like, you want to find out about blue eyes? Come to Egypt, bye.
Right.
And he gives him the eye, and the eye is like what triggers the fucking tablet to be like, you need to be in the past too.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's right. No, I forgot it. Merrick gives him the ring. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, just it's really weird. A lot of really weird stuff.
They needed Eric Stewart needed to be paid, so they had to find a way to incorporate.
He would have been playing Priest Seto. It would have been fine.
I didn't think that far. They needed a reason for Kaiba to be there so they could market.
He was just too popular. They needed his coattails. The robe wasn't enough.
I forget. I haven't watched the final arc. What suit was he wearing by then? Was it like the iconic one, or was it?
He was still wearing the white Battle City suit.
Okay, so the fun suit, the one that he stops wearing it for fucking Waking the Dragons for some reason, but then goes back to it, thankfully, because the Waking the Dragon suit was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This arc is wild, dude.
I'm not gonna lie. Junichi Honda and Anzu don't do much in this arc.
No, they're just kind of there.
They're literally set dressing, just to be so that they can do their like once an arc, the power of friendship.
Yeah, literally. And then they were like, the power of friendship gives us the ability to fly. Whee!
Yeah, they're literally there for comic relief at this point.
Yeah, and they find dude's name, and that's about all they contribute.
I love too. They find his name, and it's this huge deal. And then the next arc, Yuki's like, "I'm not gonna call him by his name because I don't know."
Fuck that.
Reasons.
I love even beyond that is that they get there, they get to the tomb, they beat Bakura, they find it, and they're like, "Anybody know how to read hieroglyphs?"
Yeah, it's just stupid. Like I liked reading it, but my god, there were so many points where I'm just like, the writer just wanted to be done at this point.
Yeah,
because it really feels like he had all these plot threads set up, and then he finally gets to the end and he goes, "Shit, like how do I tie this all together?"
Speaking of so we know that the author passed away a few years ago. Do you know how he died?
Wasn't he like saving people's lives?
Yeah, he was attempting to save a mother and her child from drowning in a riptide, and a soldier managed to save the two of them, but he got sucked out and he drowned. Yeah,
I remember it being like surprisingly tragic and wholesome-ish in a way.
He died a hero's death.
Honestly, that knowing what we know of the guy, it makes sense because it sounds like he was generally considered like one of the nicer mangakas out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Did he do anything else after Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know about after Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, aside from obviously working on like Dark Side of Dimensions, stuff like that. But like, I don't know if he was involved in any of the follow-up series or if he just let other people take that over. Or I know that he had a series or two before Yu-Gi-Oh, but they didn't really take off. I know one of them did get an anime. But aside from that, I don't know. I think by that point he might have just been raking in all that trading card money.
Yeah, Konami money.
At that point, he was making way more money probably off the trading cards than he was off of the fucking manga.
Yeah.
And shit, trading cards still sell like a lot.
Damn. Yeah.
So we didn't talk at all about the village of Kal Elna and that whole backstory.
Right.
Because apparently, back in the day, during the time of King Akhenaten Khanen, which that's a fucking name.
I gave up on even trying to pronounce them right after like a couple chapters.
I've watched the arc a few times over the years, so I do a little bit better with it. With those two names in particular.
I think I watched it. I'm not gonna lie. I think I watched the final arc of the anime once and then never again. Now that I think about it.
It's worth it. It's honestly.
See, what happens is every time I want to rewatch it, I always want to start the series from the beginning, and I get all the way to Waking the Dragons. And I just go, nah, and just stop.
You could just skip over that arc.
Yeah, but by then I'm always burned out. I gotta just skip it and start from the final arc because I'm always so burned out by that point. And I'm like,
I mean, it is practically a different series altogether.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, the village of Kal Elna, the origins. Yeah, so there was like a big war, I guess. Like Egypt was being invaded by apparently multiple armies, and they were like, "We are totally fucked," and they're gonna steal our magic book. And Akhenaten's like, "Well, we figured out what the magic book says, and we can use it to make magic gold items that will help us to fucking beat the armies." And he's like, "Sure, go do the thing." But he had no idea what that entailed because fucking Akhenaten didn't say anything. And Akhenaten just took a whole bunch of people, went to the village of Kal Elna, and slaughtered fucking everyone.
Yeah, it was dark.
Yeah, it's even darker too than what they did in the anime, because here, like, they make it seem like, oh, you just kill all the people, and then the sacrifice itself will do half the work. But there was one panel in particular where there was a cauldron, and there's people in that cauldron.
Uh-huh.
So they were literally just fucking like boiling, they're melting these people down along with the gold to make the Millennium items.
And then you'll never sleep again.
Yep. And Yugi wore this nonstop for 4 years.
Yugi wore it nonstop. Pegasus had it implanted into his face.
Yep.
Shizu wore it around her neck.
Dark shit.
Yeah.
Merrick stabbed people with it.
Only in the manga, but yes.
He killed his father with it.
Yeah, sure did. Oh my god.
That shit got dark.
It did. Honestly, I kind of love the unexpected dark moments in anime. Like, I always think back to, like, we mentioned Slime earlier. The scene in Slime Season 2 where Rimuru goes to become, like, a demon lord, and he has to fucking murder all those people, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then the card sees and he's like, killing is wrong. It's like, what the fuck,
yeah.
bro?
Yeah, no, I was like...
Except when it serves you.
We're just gonna overlook that. that entire sequence is so random in hindsight.
Yeah. But yeah, like, after he makes the Millennium items, and they're like, they're getting ready to fight those armies and shit. And apparently, part of the whole, like, lore of it was like, when you make the Millennium items or when you obtain one, you can make a wish or whatever. And
It's
like, well, fine, I guess I'll make a wish. I wish for my son to become pharaoh, which did technically end up coming true.
Yeah. I was thinking about the Millennium items for a second, and I kind of just realized they're kind of like the Philosopher's Stones from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah, kind of. Only instead of, like, pretty much making you immortal, they summon demons.
They give you magical powers.
You can, like, read people's minds and control people, and I don't know.
See
you can
the
make them put
future.
on a ring, and it'll stab them in the chest.
See the future, or mind control people, or what are the skills do
Shadi does.
Yeah,
it weighs people's sins, and if they're evil, then it, like, makes a chair eat them or something. That happened once.
Yeah, the anime was like the anime. We took one look at that and went, "So we just gonna skip this one and just leave it perpetually in Egypt?"
Yeah, pretty much.
because
Shadi's got that one.
Yeah, because, like, in the anime, it never gets used. Because in the manga, Shoddy has it when he makes his first appearance in front of Yugi, but in the anime, no, it appears in the background of all because they were like, no, we're not doing this. This thing's
I
stupid.
think it's just in the tablet the whole time.
It is.
Like it just never leaves.
It's there, and then the yeah, it really is because they did shit with it this time around. Because I liked when what's the big dude with the items called again? I already forgot his name.
Bobasa.
When Babasa shows up, he's like checking them all. He's like, "You're good, you're good, you're good." He checks McCoy. He's like, "No,
I don't like you. You're
like,
not coming.
You scared me."
And he's just like, oh. he's like crying as he walks away. Like,
Regular Bakura is such a weird character because like the spirit is like the evilest prick, but like Bakura's like timid and kind of a pussy.
yeah, for real. He's just a sad boy.
Like I'm always like, wow, that's probably why he's such a bastard because he saw his descendant and he went, really?
This is bullshit.
This is me. God damn it.
God. Imagine how fucking Priest Seto feels watching his descendant fly around in a blue eyes white dragon jet.
He sees his descendant. He's like, this guy's a prick. I mean, I'm not a saint, but I'm not this much of a prick. Jesus.
I mean, he was gonna torture like a lot of people.
True.
Just because they had possible potential.
Yeah. Kaiba ripped up a trading card, man. That card meant something.
Well, he did scar an old man. And then he also locked his brother in that fucking nightmare fuel box.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was so dark. Oh my god. The manga is ridiculous.
Kaiba was a bastard.
Yeah. And then in the fucking by Dark Side Dimensions, he's just a giant loser.
This is my stairway to heaven.
I'm gonna travel back in time just to fight Yami eternally.
He saw that one episode of South Park where they built the ladder to heaven. He's like, I could do you a better elevator.
I'm gonna make a giant theme park based in my image just to fight Yugi this one time and still lose.
Yep. Jesus Christ. Shit's fucking wild.
It's hilarious to me how like Pegasus he like doesn't like Pegasus, but he basically just becomes an even more cringy Pegasus.
Yeah. But see, the thing is Pegasus apparently did all this so he could have his wife back. Kaiba's just a dork.
Kaiba's just a Kaiba's like the biggest narcissist. I swear to God.
For real. Like Pegasus at least had a goal. Kaiba's just a dork. He's just like, yeah, I want to make a blue eyes white dragon fucking roller coaster.
Well, it's like when Ishizu's like trying to get him to like help with her quest thing that she's got going on, and he's just like, yeah, fuck off, I don't care. Like, and then she's like, but I'll give you this fucking god card, and he's like, okay, fine,
Yeah,
whatever. I still don't give a shit about your quest, but I'm gonna take this anyways.
No, I'm not gonna do anything you told me to do, but I will take your god card.
And then he ends up doing it anyways, unintentionally.
Yeah. God.
So we should probably cut to then, I guess, after the Egyptian stuff ends, and then it's like, yeah, Tem knows his name again. Cool. But there's one thing we have to do.
Of course.
I did like the scene where Yugi was really putting together his deck. And the whole time, like, Yami's like, can't peek. Can't peek.
Yep.
He's like, are you done yet? He's like, Yugi's like, no, not yet. He's like, okay. I'll wait.
I'll go back. Go hide in the corner of the Millennium Puzzle or something.
I forget his manga name, but the Duke Devlin shows up at one point too. I'm like, oh yeah, him.
Yeah, he's just there for some reason. Like, why?
He does nothing.
Why did you come?
He does nothing. Like Joey's sister doesn't even show up. Like
I don't even think he had a line.
No, he doesn't. He's just there in the background in one shot. I'm like, oh yeah, him.
Like, what are you doing here? It would have made more sense for Kaiba to be there, especially since there was a month that took place between the end of the Egypt arc and then them actually going to Egypt. Like, there's a whole month there. Like, Kaiba could have shown up.
Nah, he's too busy building a time machine, apparently.
No, they're in America. Remember, that's where he and Mokuba were going at the end of Battle City.
All right.
You're going to America to build theme parks.
He's learning time travel. That's what he's doing.
Sure.
Oh yeah, we also didn't talk about in the weird in like the D&D world how like the fucking dual discs just grew out of their arms.
Well, for Bakura it did at least. I think for Yugi and Jinochi, they just kind of like willed them into existence.
They like kind of grew out of their arms, not as graphically, but it was like that's weird.
It was like magic lights made a dual disc and with my ideal deck in it.
Yeah. So what did you think of the duel, Yugi and Atem duel?
I do think it was a well done duel. It didn't overstay its welcome. It went by pretty quick.
I really did like how the student overcoming the master kind of vibe it had.
Yeah, for sure. And then like as soon as he pulls out Obelisk, and it's like, oh shit! Like,
yeah, Yugi's like, what the hell, man?
Attacking guide cards. Meanwhile, Yugi's over here with fucking Marshmallow. Like,
Yugi never changes, and that's my favorite part about him. He's always
like I like the cutesy monsters.
He's like, this card means something to me. Like,
what are the cards?
I do still laugh though, because when we see him in GX, I always love that scene at the end of GX where he's just ripped for no reason.
Yeah, because like I remember like seeing bits and pieces of him. Like I know I had seen like that final duel with him and Jaden on like YouTube or something. And I had seen that first episode where he gives him the fucking winged Karibo or whatever.
Yeah, he just appears and then just fucks off for the entire series.
But both in both of those instances, I hadn't watched the Millennium World arc of the anime.
Yep.
So I assumed it was the Pharaoh. I didn't know it was fucking Yugi.
Yeah, Yugi's just fucking ripped now for no reason. Well, he had to impress.
Grew up to be the Pharaoh, but jacked.
Well, he had to impress Anzu because she was still kind of hung up on the other guy.
And she's like, "Don't worry, Anzu. I'll just become him."
Yeah, he's like, "Give me time. I'll become a man."
I'm gonna go hit the gym, get some protein powder.
Jesus. Yeah, just so he can give random strangers winged Karibos and then fuck off.
You just see him walking into a tournament, just knocking the decks out of people's hands, like, "Do you even lift, bro?"
It's a fan fiction that needs to be written. He's Gym bro.
He's got his fucking Gatorade.
He doesn't even have to duel Kaiba. He just beats the shit out of Kaiba. That's his new.
Just fucking throws muscle milk in his face. Like, get out of here.
It's like you made my god card the worst class in the school. Fuck you.
Yeah, right. Joke's on you, bitch. I have all of them.
Yeah, I know. All right. This series is special. That's the only way.
It's wild. It's wild. So I know we've mentioned, and I don't know if we mentioned it on recording previously, but there is another arc. It was written after the fact, called Yu-Gi-Oh R, and apparently this is the actual manga canon story of what happened between Battle City and the Millennium World arc.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so
at some point in the future, we'll have to see if we can't check that out.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out. Yeah, because I think that's on the visit. It's on some. I'll find a way to read it.
It is on Shonen Jump. I can say that much.
Okay.
For a fact.
But
yeah, I think that.
Well, the ending. We should probably mention the ending. Oh, they put all the items in the thing. It's not as dramatic in the anime. In the anime, the fucking puzzle shatters as it falls.
Yeah, here, like, all the items just kind of, like, fall into a sinkhole.
Yeah, they just go away.
Like, the tablet itself kind of shattered, and then all the items just sank into the sinkhole, which apparently they're still just around, according to Dark Side of Dimensions. Like, they still exist. Like, he, in theory, could have just grabbed a shovel and dug until he found the puzzle and just took it with him, but...
No, he needs to move on. I'm
just saying. It might not necessarily give it. Well, I know it should still give him magical powers, in theory.
But he's moved on from that. He doesn't need them anymore because he's the duelist he is. He beat
Well, he
the
doesn't-
master.
He doesn't need them. Doesn't mean he can't have magic powers.
He beat the king of games, Matt. He doesn't need them anymore.
Yeah, I suppose.
And that thing had to have been awkward to lug around all the time.
Oh, I'm sure. He's used to it. He's been doing it for 4 years. He's used to it. He's got the body of a fucking 10-year-old.
Yeah. Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. Also, I will say they didn't make Anzu's fucking like dramatic fucking like
Don't
her.
go.
I hated that in the anime so much. I was like,
I love that she started to do that, and Honda was the one who was like, "No, do you have to go though?"
yeah. Well, because Anzu was never as like blatant in the manga as she was in the anime. It was like very clear that she only cared about Yami. Like it was like, come on, it's like that's cringe. It's cringe, Anzu. The manga made it a bit more kind of. It was more vague at times. I think it was more she was into both of them.
Well, but that's the thing. Is part of it was because for so long, for like fucking until like towards the end of like Duelist Kingdom, or no, I think it would have been toward like around the time they met Bakura and they did the whole D&D thing. Up to that point, as far as any of them were aware, it was all still Yugi. Like they didn't know there was another entity like involved. As you know, as far as they knew, Yugi was just psychotic and just have these mental breaks and just become another person. Like,
yeah. No, the anime it was a lot more questionable at times.
yeah.
It is interesting that was Honda's like only real fucking moment in that. Why Honda of all people?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like the most.
Especially since he was such like a douchebag at the beginning of the fucking the manga.
Yeah. That's why they made him
like,
the fucking comic relief.
Yeah, he was like the last one. Like Janochi came around like multiple chapters before he did.
Yeah, and the Janochi, at least they explain his backstory, so it kind of makes sense why he's the way he is.
Yeah.
Honda's just a dickhead.
Kinda, yeah.
That's why he becomes a monkey man later on.
Also, I love the fucking when the like spirit version of Bakura encounters them in the Egypt world. And they're like, "Oh, we'll summon our duel discs and have a duel to the death." And like Honda and Anzu also summon duel discs, and they're like, "Why did we do this?" And Anzu's like, "I don't even know what's in this deck."
That was good. Oh man,
it's classic. No, I think I think at the end of the day, in terms of anime, this is still the best arc because it's just so out there and different and like way more intense than any of the card game shit from beforehand.
Yeah, I'll say
manga. I think the first arc, the first 7 volumes, is still my favorite of the manga.
That's by far the most interesting part of, even though it's the weirdest, it is the most interesting.
Because it also follows like kind of like the Monster of the Week format too, with all these different kinds of games. Like we're not locked into one specific thing.
I love the random one where it's just like we're using Rock'em Sock'em robots, and it's like,
yeah.
Okay.
I love the fucking the table hockey on the fucking griddle with the ice block with explosives in the middle of the ice block. It's just like Jesus Christ.
What a weird fucking series. I as much as it fucking like why they didn't include that in the main anime, I kind of get it because it was fucking insanity.
I did like the little explanation that the author had written towards the end of the manga. Like he was closing it out and he was like, well, you know, like I wanted like, you know, battle manga was kind of like what was selling. Like everyone loves the battle manga, but like everything had already been done in battle manga. So I didn't really know what to do. And I was like, well, what if I do a battle manga, but instead of fighting, they're just playing games?
It worked.
Yeah.
The man was a fucking billionaire probably the rest of his life.
Also, I guess the first wave of actual printed Yu-Gi-Oh cards weren't done by Konami; they were done by Namco,
Interesting.
and they looked very different. Those are probably worth a lot of money.
I need to look this up real quick. Namco Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, apparently it was significantly different.
Oh yeah, they're. I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it at all.
No, Konami definitely did the better work there. But they were also probably basing it off of like what they looked like originally in the manga, which was significantly different than what they ended up being.
I still hate how they look in the anime, like because in the US version, the 4Kids anime.
Yeah.
Like, why did they have to change that? There was no reason.
Yeah. And then you watch the movies and you're like, why does it look like real cards? What is going on?
Except for the Pyramid of Light. The Pyramid of Light's.
I thought Pyramid of Light did it too. No.
I'll have to rewatch it. Last I checked, I thought it was the weird cards.
And it's been so long since I watched that movie, I could not tell you.
It hasn't aged well. That's all I'll tell you.
I can't imagine so. I do remember there was like the one part where they were like fighting the mummies in the Millennium Puzzle. And they were just like fucking like breaking their heads open and shit.
See, the part I just remember most from that movie is when like all the duelists are trying to fight Yuki for the fucking god cards, and fucking Tristan and Joey are like, "We'll be the bodyguards," and then they fight Joey, and like the first thing the person does is like uses the nurse to stab him in the butt, and I'm like, why is this just a recurring thing in anime? I swear to God.
You know, it's funny you say that too, because I'm pretty sure the season 0 movie started in a similar way. Only it was because he had beaten Kaiba that everyone was like, "Oh my God, Yugi's the one to beat."
Yeah, that sounds about right. All I know is that was kind of the movie that kind of confirmed that Joey won the duel at the end of Duelist City because he has his red eyes in Pyramid of Light.
Yeah, he had it here too in the Millennium World arc. Although he did summon that deck out of the ether, so
I think it's been basically confirmed that Joey won that duel.
But it wasn't his real deck; it was like a mind deck. So maybe it wasn't. We don't know.
Well, no,
because he's never dueled after that.
He has it in Dark Side Dimensions.
I guess.
I think it's
at that point the Pharaoh was gone. So even if he hadn't won, I'm pretty sure Yugi would have been like, "Here, just take your card." The guy that technically owned it is dead, so you can have it.
I think it's safe to say Joey won the duel. Give him one.
He went easy on him. He didn't use God cards. That's what it was.
Well, he probably didn't, which is fair. Because that'd be
since it's established that apparently using that card in just a regular ass game will still kill someone.
Yeah. No, I think on like a ground like fair non-God card duel, I think Joey could beat Yami / Yugi at least once.
Yeah, well, never beat Kaiba.
He came pretty damn close that one. He almost beat Merrick. He did beat Merrick. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah. If it wasn't a shadow game, he would have won.
Yeah, he basically did win. I called bullshit on that.
Mm-hmm.
Joey is probably the most underrated duelist in the entire series.
Also, I love that fucking in Battle City, like Merrick is just like, I have concocted the shadow game where if your monster the damaged, you'll feel the pain. It's like you're not creative, bro. That's literally how it was done back in the day.
Yeah,
you didn't do anything special.
Pegasus basically did that already earlier on.
Yeah, pretty much.
God,
but yeah,
goofy series.
It was definitely a trip, but the art is just fucking wild.
The art is gorgeous. Like it is.
The anime does not do it justice.
It's weird. Like the anime is faithful, but at the same time, it's faithful to the basic look. It doesn't get that nuance because everyone is sharp as fuck in the anime.
Yeah, and like that does somewhat exist here too, but there's so much more fine detail.
It's the expressions more than anything.
Yeah, and certain characters in particular, and the monsters too. Like some of the art for Diabound was fucking wild. The God cards obviously got a lot of attention. Exodia did, Dark Magician. Yeah, it was just so many points throughout this manga where it's just like, damn, I don't want to look at this page for like fucking 30 seconds. Not even read anything.
Yeah. It's crazy too, because he had a lot of beautiful art, but he also had a lot of heavy dialogue at the same time.
Yeah. Well, when it's like a quote unquote battle manga, in this type of form where it's more of a mental battle than it is a physical battle. So it's not quite as dense as like say Death Note.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a lot more talky than like, you know, a Naruto or a Dragon Ball.
Fair. Yeah. So yeah, that was Yu-Gi-Oh.
We've done it. We did the whole thing.
Took about a year. It was fun. Definitely a fun read. Kind of gonna miss it. It was fun to revisit. I mean, we're gonna do more Yu-Gi-Oh in the future. Like we have plans, but
yeah, but going through all the manga stuff that we hadn't read before and like seeing the differences and some of like the crazy shit that would just be like completely absent from the anime it was fun.
No, it was worth reading. That's for sure. I will say though, I don't know if I 100% recommend the 3-in-1s for anyone who's interested in reading, because those things do hurt your hands after a while reading them.
They can, yeah.
The singles though are a lot harder to collect. I'm gonna throw that there.
I will say though, like to anyone who's interested, or actually even more so if you're not interested, if like the anime just didn't do it for you back in the day, like you weren't into the whole card game thing, just read the first 7 volumes. The first 7 volumes, it's like a completely different experience. The card game's barely involved at all, to the point where it hadn't even been fully established as like a functional card game. Yeah. The first 7 volumes are fucking incredible. It's just so wonky and bizarre. And they do so much with it with the Monster of the Week format. And his art when he started the series was still very, very well done and very detailed, but it had a completely different style to it.
It did.
So I will say, like, even if you have no interest in Yu-Gi-Oh whatsoever, just read the first 7 volumes. It won't take that long, and you will be glad you did it.
No, it's definitely worth the read. It's a very different experience from the anime. And yeah, I guess now the last one we have is eventually we're going to finish Death Note, and that'll end the run we did of those 3 series, which is wild.
Yeah, for sure.
But
we got to come up with something else.
Yeah, I think we might go back to Pokemon for a little bit, and then we'll move on. We'll figure our next plans after that. But yeah, anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us on Geek Addicts. You can find Geek Addicts on all the major podcasting platforms. And be sure to check us out on the Superpod Network, superpodnetwork.com. Awesome site where you can find all sorts of different podcasts, videos, blogs, all sorts of fun stuff there. And until next time, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.
Have a good one.